In the first video for this course, we accessed our Stage 50 data file. Now we're going to go through opening the program and working with session dates. You'll notice that mine looks slightly different now. I have this file that says 2020.6.28, blah, blah, blah. That is my backup file. When I opened my software, the box was checked for automatically creating a backup file. So that is what this third file is that wasn't there previously. So again, I'm going to open my Sage 50 by double clicking on the file I need. It's going to automatically open my Sage 50 program. And I get this pop-up that asks me to set the session date. So you can look in your textbook on page 1-11, where it talks about the range of dates. So like we talked about in manual bookkeeping, there is a fiscal year. Usually that is one calendar year. So in this case for Photos Company, the start of our fiscal year is January 1st, and the end of our fiscal year is December 31st, 2024. April 10th is the last date that the Photos Company data file was opened or used, so this is known as the session date. The session date is the current date when you are entering transactions, and it is not the date that transactions occurred. So if I enter all of my transactions on a weekly basis, my session date would be whatever the date is on the Friday for any transactions that happened from Monday through Friday. So this file asks us to set the session date at April 18th, 2024. So you can do that by clicking on the calendar box just to the right-hand side. And you're going to click on the 18th. So this is going to give me a session date of April 18th, 2024. And I never want to click this box that says do not show this message again. I want that session date reminder to pop up every time I open my company file so that I remember to change my session date to what it needs to be. So we're going to hit OK, and that's going to accept our session date. And we get a pop-up that says the date entered is more than 1 week past your previous session date of April 10th. All this means is that it has been more than 1 week since the last time we opened the program. And they're just flagging that for us because it would be unusual in a company environment to go that long before entering data into your accounting software. So we're just going to hit OK to accept that. And this is going to open up our Sage 50. We're going to ignore that pop-up. And you are going to get this Welcome to Sage 50 exploration screen when you open up the program. I think we talked about this in class. These videos, they're not working for me. I don't know if they work for you guys, but they are good just how-to videos for working through the Sage 50 program. So the other thing is Sage City, which is an online community. So you might find some forums and some information there that is helpful to you as you are working through this. If you don't want this to open up every time you open up Sage 50, uncheck this box saying show this window on startup and hit close. And the next time you open the program, it shouldn't come up. So again, working through the textbook. So just give me 1 second. We're now looking at what is called the home screen of Sage 50. So you'll see that we have modules down the left-hand side. We are working in the company module, which is the introductory one, but you'll see also we have receivables, payables, inventory and services, and employees and payroll, which are the main modules that we're going to be using throughout the course. For the company module, we have access to our chart of accounts, our general journal, and those are the two main things that we're going to use along with the report center. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through those things now because we're going to work through them as we get through the chapter. So if you need help in Sage 50, you're not sure how to do something, there are help features that can be found on the menu bars across the top, of course, under help. So that is a good resource. Or again, you can always reach out to me and we can go through stuff together. The textbook provides a lot more information on what each of these things are, and it is good information to have. So the first thing they're having us do is exercise 1-3, which falls on page 1-19, and it says turn off message center pop-up alert. In order to do this, we're going to go up to the menu bar and click Setup, User Preferences, Pop-ups, which is at the very bottom, and then we're going to click on each box to remove the check mark, and we're going to hit OK. You'll just, note super quickly that you can't actually turn off support alerts, and that's just a feature of the program. So we're going to hit OK because we don't want to see their promotional information, information on new releases, renewals or billing notices, newsletters, or anything like that. So once we hit OK, we're not going to get any more pop-ups into the Stage 50 program. So moving on, now 1-4A, again, talks about using help. I'm not going to go through those things. The information is in the textbook. The information is under the help tab itself. If you need support in using any of those features, just let me know. So we're going to do one more exercise from the chapter before I end this video and start the next one, just to keep them in shorter chunks. So the first thing they want us to do is to revise the company information. So there's two ways that you can access this information. On our menu bar under Setup, you can go to Settings, and that's going to bring up a menu that looks like this. Down the left-hand side, we're going to click on Company and then Information, and that's going to bring up boxes that we can change for the company, their name, their address, their fiscal year start date, end date, that kind of thing. I'm going to cancel out of here for a minute. The other way to access this, nice and easy, just on the home screen, you're going to click on Settings, and that same window pops up. So the first thing they want us to do is to change the company name from Photos Company, student's name. And they want you to enter your own name. They have you do similar things in the assignments, and it must be changed to your name. Otherwise, I will not mark the assignments. Okay. So I'm going to hit OK, and that's going to change the company information. You can see that it worked up here in the left-hand corner where it used to say Photos Company, student's name. It now says Photos Company, Jocelyn Orr. So I lied. I'm going to show you one more quick thing in this video before I move on to the next one. And that is just the report center. So in manual bookkeeping, where we took all of our information from the general journals and put them into the general ledger in order to generate a trial balance, and from a trial balance, we could then do an interim statement of profit or an income sheet or a balance sheet. The nice thing about accounting software is it does all of those things for you automatically. So the report center is something that you're going to use in every module, and the reports that are available on this list are going to be different based on what module you're in, but you can always access all of the reports by using the menu bar, Reports, and opening up the Report Center. Okay. For our purposes, if we wanted to see an income statement, I can hit Create. That's going to bring up my income statement. If I wanted to see a trial balance, and I have it listed down here, I can just double click, and it's going to bring up my trial balance. Okay. So I'm going to wrap up this video. We look more at changing the report settings and things like that later on in the chapter, and you can access the other videos for that.